Holy shit. TLC was actually really good. Super long. Very long show. Almost as good. I'm watching the Eagles 30-16. I'm watching Becky Lynch lose the title to Asuka, and I'm okay with it. Something I didn't think I would do. I watched Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose put on a great match. I watched Daniel Bryan and fucking AJ Styles put on an even greater match. God, this was a good night. It was a long night, but it was a good night. And we're back, BG. What are we doing here? What's going on?
Donnie, you and I are about to discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of TLC. Sunday, December 16th, the final WWE pay-per-view of the year. You said it was long. It started at 6 o'clock with the kickoff show, and it just ended at 11 o'clock. That is a long fucking show.
Yeah, it took us it was a very long show. It took us a few minutes to get our schedule together. BG was fucking up. But we got here. We are here now. And I'm Donald Wood. This is Brandon Galvin. We're here to have a good time. But Brandon Galvin, I'll let you start off. What is the lead coming out of this? You're an editor. Tell me what your lead is coming out of the show.
Dude, Ronda Rousey just screwed over Becky Lynch and Charlotte to help Asuka win the championship. Clearly, triple threat at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean,
I didn't expect it like this. I thought we were going to get something like Charlotte wins the Royal Rumble, as we talked about, and then you got is she going to pick Ronda or is she going to pick Becky? Well, guess what? Now there's no picking. Now we know. Now we really know what we're going to get, and for that, I'm excited because it's the best of both worlds now because we're going to get all three of them for the Raw Women's Championship, but that means they're probably going to be going to Raw. Right? Doesn't that mean they're going to Raw?
Yeah, you would at the very least for this feud.
That's terrifying to me. The idea of Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch punked out Nia Jax in a that's a stone cold move. The keep your name out of my mouth. Keep my name out of keep your name out of my mouth. Keep my name out of your mouth. That was a great line.
That was Batista and Alberto Del Rio right there.
No. Don't make me not like it. I actually really did enjoy it. Don't make me not like it. But I think that Becky, anyone losing the title, it's usually not the best for them. But I feel like Becky can carry it. Now she has this complex of like, oh, now I'm getting screwed over again. Look at Ronda Rousey. Now the heat between Ronda Rousey and her is nuclear. And then her heat with Charlotte continues. And I think the idea is we're going to have that great match over there, but I want to know what SmackDown's going to do with Asuka. What do you think the SmackDown match is going to be now with Asuka as your champion? Yeah. Do you think there's a shakeup before? How do we get Charlotte and Becky over to Raw for this match? There's a lot of questions I have right now.
Well, here's what I was thinking: is that because you don't need to do that until March. Because you can have them both maybe they both win the Royal Rumble, right? They do the whole both our feet touched. There you go.
No.
Or what you have is what I've been saying for Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. We've seen it time and time again. One of them wins. Charlotte Becky Lynch wins the Rumble, and then you have this. You put it up at like Fastlane, that spot. You have some type of no contest, no DQ. Maybe Ronda Rousey dual brand pay-per-view. She comes back out, destroys them both, says, I want – and Ronda Rousey is the one issuing the challenge to both of them. I want both of you at WrestleMania. That way she looks like a badass, and you get that triple threat.
Okay. So, on one side, I'm super excited. We have a lot of great talent being put in really great positions at this moment. Asuka is now SmackDown Women's Champion after being forgotten for much of the year. Being cast aside in a lot of ways since having her streak taken away. Becky Lynch has been absolutely on fire. Charlotte has been awesome. Ronda Rousey's that match against Nia Jax was better than I expected. She continues to exceed expectations. So there's a lot of great talent. I just want to see how we get there. And in any time I watch WWE where the idea is like, oh my God, there's so many ways we can go, they usually go the wrong direction. And that's what I'm genuinely concerned. Yes, the match we're going to get should be on paper awesome, but how is the road to WrestleMania going to be?
Sure. Something I just forgot, though. Becky Lynch went into TLC as champion. She gets a rematch. Asuka and Becky Lynch could easily be one of your top matches at the Royal Rumble. Charlotte wins. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they can go with this. I'm very interested. I think I did not see that coming. What?
Female Elimination Chamber match? Is that Elimination Chamber? Is that between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania this year?
I think it's still this year, but I don't think it's the last one. I think Fastlane's the last pay-per-view. But they had the Women's Elimination Chamber last year. It wasn't great. But, like, if you do it with SmackDown, it would be a lot better.
Well, here's the thing. Would you do it where it's inter-branded? Could you do it for no title or a number one contendership for the title of your choosing or something like that? And then all the non-champions fight?
I don't like the idea of them saying, hey, here's for the number one contender spot, because that's what the Royal Rumble's for. The Royal Rumble's for you to go win that and pick your champion.
Okay. See, I'll tell you, I like this. I like that the WWE has so many. Okay.
Dude. Asuka versus Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch loses. Asuka's still your SmackDown Women's Champion. Charlotte thinks she's about to go win the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch pulls a Stone Cold, injects herself into the Rumble, eliminates Charlotte.
I mean, but again, how do you get Charlotte and Becky over to Raw where you know Ronda Rousey's going to inevitably be? Because
all you have to do is say, I want Ronda Rousey, or Ronda Rousey, again, can screw them both over in a number one contenders match. Because if Becky Lynch screws over Charlotte, like she wasn't even really supposed to be part of the Royal Rumble, stole someone's spot, comes out at the very end, then that's a gripe for Charlotte to say, hey, you weren't even supposed to be in here. Now we have to have a match. Ronda Rousey comes out, screws them both over. That's your match. That's your setup. And then for like a couple of weeks, then they go over the Raw. And Raw, fucking terrible. They need Charlotte and Becky Lynch on that show. Yeah, but they'll be poop. I don't know how good they'll be. I hope they're not poop. You know what I mean? My concern about anybody going from SmackDown to Raw is becoming poop. Sure. And it's a legitimate gripe, and it's a legitimate concern we should all be thinking about. But there's so many options. All right, let's move on from the women because we could talk all night. But there's other things that happened. We'll talk more. We get vocal Monday. So if Raw is bad enough, we'll just talk about SmackDown's women's division. I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care about what's happening. Vince but I back. Yeah, he will be back, but he's just going to be like, ha, ha, Baron Corbin's still general manager. Ha, ha, I'm out of here. And it's going to be awful. I thought old people didn't make it to TV. He's not general manager as of tonight. Kurt Angle's back and helped Braun Strowman win that match, and so Baron Corbin is GM. I'm so happy he's back, man. Kurt Angle? Really? No, Braun Strowman. Oh. Yeah, very happy. I mean, Brock Lesnar against Braun Strowman so far right now is the match at the Royal Rumble. And he's winning the title. Braun Strowman is winning the title. The stage has been set for him to win the title. Oh, yeah, damn right. Fucking get him. Hold on. You're an idiot. Hold on. Okay. If you think Braun Strowman is going to win the championship at the Royal Rumble, in theory, Brock Lesnar then has a rematch. Yeah, at Fast Face. At Fast Face. And Brock Lesnar then loses that also? Well, he's got to lose in the chamber first. So Brock Lesnar now, he's wrestling the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and Fastlane, and WrestleMania. Yeah. And probably and Extreme Rules. You're going to get Extreme Rules for that as well. That might be a good run. It's going to be, I'm not predicting, it's going to be a good run. It's going to be a good run. I've known you for over 7 years. That might be the dumbest thing you've ever said. Yes, betting on Brock Lesnar to work many shows. Oh, that's unbelievable. Let's talk about Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. We're talking about match of the year contenders. Is this the best? Was this the best match on the night? Technically, yes, but I would still go with the main event. I think that's the more. That's the bigger match. They had the bigger surprise. Like they had the best moments. The women's match is the main event. That's the match of the night. Probably the match of the year in WWE. My question to you is: we waited on doing the Rust season until we're going to do them in the new year. I know it's early, and I'm probably going to watch this whole. I'm just kidding. I'm never going to watch this whole pay-per-view again till it's. I promise you, I will not do retros on 4-hour WWE pay-per-views. I cut it.
No, we won't even do it for WrestleMania. So I'm not doing it. But BG, do you believe that any match from this card makes it onto your tracker? And do you believe any match on this card makes it into your top 5 of the year?
Styles Debray and then that main event, they're already on the tracker. But they have not cracked. I could see, let me sleep on it. I could see the main event taking over Charlotte and Becky from Evolution on my top 5, but none of them are that match of the year. That's still Ciampa and Gargano.
Oh, I thought you said Chavo at first. When you like glitched out it right when it said Ciampa, when you glitched at the right moment, it's like Chavo.
Chavo Guerrero. He's in all the matches.
From Breed 2001, we just saw it for the first time. So
but in WWE, if we're not counting NXT, that might be the match of the year for them.
Yeah, it's always hard to make these assessments immediately because we're in the heat of the moment. All right, well, what do you think about Ambrose and Rollins?
But the crowd was a piece of shit. I don't understand why they're chanting "This is boring." And listen, I didn't think it was.
Time out, PG. The last 3 matches, the way they were booked in order like that, there is that lull period between Daniel Bryan and the main event. There's that lull period, and you're supposed to put something there.
Right.
I agree. You know what I mean? Like the Rusev, Shinsuke, or what, something like that, where it's like it just kicks, and we're on to the next thing.
I agree.
I felt like they did a disservice to Ambrose and Rollins putting it in the position they did.
I agree 100%. I thought about that when it happened. I will say this. I was checking my phone quite a bit during this match. I didn't think it was a bad match, though. But I just kept going back to things that we've said about Dean Ambrose, who's one of our favorites, yet every time he's in one of these big matches, it's just not a great match. Right? And then the spot with the Shield fist bump, I thought that was a horrible spot. Horrible timing, made no sense, made him look like such an idiot. It was a very strangely booked match.
See, I didn't hate the booking in the match. I thought the match was solid, but I was not blown away by the match either. And I was let down. I was let down a bit because I had high hopes for this. Yeah. And just watching it the way I did, Dean Ambrose is very talented. He has great matches against great people. Sometimes, but not all the time. And it's frustrating sometimes when you see it and you're like, what?
Can you name them?
His great matches. AJ Styles had a great match. Kevin Owens, he had great matches. I'll say Bray Wyatt had several really great matches. Sami Zayn's match against Sami Zayn. We're done?
Okay. Yeah, when you bring up Bray Wyatt, I think we're done.
Oh, and now you're ignorant. Amy just had a good point over here. She said that what about Rousey ending up on SmackDown instead? Maybe she loses the title on Raw and ends up on SmackDown because of the Fox deal.
The Fox deal also, though, isn't until the next fall.
Yeah, but you got to get them fucking hyped. You got to get those fucking numbers bumping. Can't be looking like it's all over here.
Right, but we're talking about the road to WrestleMania. You could easily have her go to SmackDown during the road to WrestleMania, but she is still the Raw champion.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's the one who's elimination champion.
Let's look at it this way: is she losing at WrestleMania? We think it's going to be a triple threat. Is that her first loss?
It depends. Okay, if Becky Lynch stays as hot as she is right now, and that's 4 months from now, that's some time. We have fickle. WWE Universe is fickle, and and it takes good booking. Right now, she's being booked to perfection. Her punking out Nia Jax makes her seem like a legitimate bad motherfucker, and the idea that WWE keeps that up for 4 months is honestly hard for me to believe.
They've already done it for 4 months. SmackDown's done it because we're already 4 months into this. So now you just have to have them do 4 more months, but they've already done 4 months. They've proven that. And SmackDown's proven it. Raw hasn't.
Is that the exception to the rule? That's my question. Because most of the time they don't.
But for the most part, everyone on SmackDown doing an excellent job. Charlotte's been great for the past 4 months. Rey Mysterio since coming back is great. Randy Orton since the summer. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. You look at SmackDown, it's stacked because it's great booking. Raw is dreadful, but Becky Lynch, you have to assume she's going to be on SmackDown for the majority of the time until WrestleMania. I think she could definitely stay hot. I would put my money right now on that triple threat main eventing WrestleMania and Becky Lynch winning.
Okay, I'll say this. If that main event's WrestleMania, I firmly believe Charlotte wins.
I could see. I mean, you can see it for all three of them. Charlotte's
just with WWE, just with WWE's long-term projections, the way they book around, like Charlotte and Ronda Rousey are the linchpins of the division. Becky Lynch is the hot commodity right now and could prove to become that true cornerstone of the division for the foreseeable future. But they love Charlotte and they love Ronda Rousey, and it feels like as much as we love Becky, it still kind of seems like they're the ones they're building around. And Becky's force feeding her way into this conversation, which I fucking love because it's organic and it's done right and it was built and she paid her dues and it feels really good. But you know, and what about the rest of the card? We talked so much about all the rest of it. Let's talk about the rest of it.
Hold on, I have a question for you. Let's say someone broke your face and concussed you. Is all you're gonna do punch him in the face one time and then throw him to the ground?
Just being honest, the punch was not. It was an unintentional break of the face, right? And that's kind of like, oh, I'm so strong, like, and she's just like, oh wow, like I broke your face. I don't know. It just to me seems like she punked her out so hard that like. I do feel like they're even. Like, she just bitched her out. And, like, of course, I feel like, though, if she moves to Raw, that's obviously a feud, right? And I just fear Raw right now. I just don't even like the words. And, like, remember Becky versus Nia Jax on Raw? I'm like, no, I don't want any of that. But
anything in Raw is terrible.
It does feel like that could happen. It feels like fucking Vince is like, I fucking love what the man's doing. Get over here on Raw. Get over here on the money show. And we're like, no, you're not the money show anymore.
Right.
What about the rest of the card? I don't know if I answered your question, but fuck it, I don't care.
You answered. I mean, I don't think they were. I didn't think it was like being even after that. I still thought it was pretty weak, but I'm glad she did it. It was a surprise to see her show up, and that was an awesome moment in the show.
The man shirt right now?
Hell yeah, I am the man.
I'm wearing Breakfast Club.
That's why I said it. That's a good shirt.
That's what I do.
The rest of the card, I thought Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton was good.
Yeah, I did too. I thought the tag match with the New Day and the Bar was really good.
I told you that they would win. You're welcome.
I cannot believe that we fucking decided to do the ladder match with the guitar on the fucking pre-show. I turned it on. I was like, why is this happening now?
6.5 minutes.
I actually liked the whole Bray Wyatt segment. I thought for what it was, what it could have been, I thought it was better than I expected. I thought that Stephanie was going to come out and just say, no, you're not general manager. But like he's like, I got my friends involved. And I think you said it on text message. It should have been Rhino. Awesome too, but no.
Kurt Angle coming back was great. I mean, we had discussed that many weeks ago about him possibly showing up. Do you think he's going to be GM again, though? Kurt Angle?
I don't know. I think that maybe they'll Stephanie. Well, Vince comes back. What's Vince's announcement? I'll turn the question back to you because you know it has to do with the general manager. So what the fuck is where do we go from here?
They keep calling him the boss, which I don't like because that's Sasha Banks' thing. So that was weird.
I will only be okay with that if when Vince McMahon comes strutting out, I get the voice of a generation, Michael Cole saying, "It's boss time!" For all Vince. That would be awesome.
I wouldn't mind it if he stayed for like a month, Vince.
I mean, they need to do something because Raw ratings are in the shitter. It's the worst ever, dude. It's poop.
Dude, you said like Becky Lynch could show up for a match or not. Like, I wouldn't put anything past them tomorrow. They had everyone here today at the pay-per-view. It's like, Becky, whoever, you're coming with us tomorrow to Raw. I don't care about the whatever SmackDown house show we may have or whatever the case may be. I need this many people to show up and surprise and shock the world. They have to do. They win.
Now, fucking, they turned it all over. Fucking Eagles, baby. All day Eagles, baby.
But yeah, I'm expecting there to be a lot of surprises tomorrow.
Yeah. So, see, I'm not. It's the holiday season. I expect to go right back in a fucking holdover mode, which bothers me the most. Before we go on, hold on. What?
Tomorrow is Vince is coming back to shake things up.
No, he's coming back to announce a fucking GM or some dumb shit. It's going to be poop. It's going to be poop. Vince is poop. It is what it is.
What if it's Eric Bischoff? Would you like Eric Bischoff to come back?
No. Nope. Let's look to the future. What about William Regal or someone like that who's there, who's already doing things? You know what I mean? I don't know. Here, my question to you, it was posed in the message board. If you guys are not excited about being part of Get Vocal yet, you can get over here in our message section or over here. It depends on which way this is. And you get to ask questions. I like the question. BG, after what we saw tonight, the Royal wins the Royal Rumble side.
Who wins the Royal Rumble on the women's side?
On the men's side.
The men's side. I predicted Seth Rollins a few weeks ago. I'm going to stick with that, especially after what happened tonight, because this was the first step of getting you to that. He has to drop the championship to then go possibly against Brock Lesnar.
So I think Braun Strowman wins I think Braun Strowman wins the title at the Royal Rumble from Brock Lesnar, and then we get Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman again at WrestleMania for the championship. Braun successfully retained. So BG, I'm going to say this to you. What about this? What about AJ Styles winning the Royal Rumble and going on to challenge Daniel Bryan the next time? Because AJ Styles has to go back in line now. He lost this match.
That's true. Okay? I did forget about that. I would think
he doesn't get it. He doesn't get a rematch. So let's get AJ Styles in there. Let's get him fucking winning that championship or winning that fucking chance. He fucking says, "Fuck you, Daniel Bryan. I'm not done with you," and he wins the title back.
Love it. I forgot that he got just rolled up. I forgot it wasn't a screwy finish. Yeah. Let's go with AJ Styles then.
I'm sorry, Dan over here. A few people are saying that they think The Miz, and no offense, I want everybody to be part of this, but I'll say this to you: that's a dumb opinion, and you should feel shame for asking for The Miz to be anywhere near a championship, even the IC title. He's worthy of it. He's no Big Dick Nick, I'll tell you that much. Is that it? Is that it? Did you have something? Did you have more to say? Because we have to get vocal tomorrow night too. So don't waste all your energy. You look tired.
I look tired. It was a long night of wrestling. It was 5 hours.
George Cruz says Drew Galloway will win the Royal Rumble. And I'll say this, that's not the worst idea because Vince loves his body. Vince sees him slathered in fucking oils and he is like, Drew, you're fucking better than I ever could have fucking imagined. When I saw you come in the door when you were a young boy, I loved you, but now you're fucking a full man and I fucking love you more. Vince thinks that. He said all those words in that tone as well.
There's no chance that he wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay. Well, I gave you the scenario and you took it away from me, which is fine.
If he won tonight, I would say maybe, but he lost.
Oh, well, no, now here's the thing. At the Royal Rumble, he's going to be in a handicap match against Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler, and Vince will live out his vanilla midget fantasy of having one of his hand-chosen just fucking rip to shreds tall dudes tear apart the fan-loved midgets, and he's just going to take them down peg by peg until they're nothing, until there's nothing left, and then he's going to laugh.
Very similar to one of the greatest spots in Royal Rumble history, when Kane and Big Show just threw everyone out.
Oh yes, one of the great. I just honestly think that's one of the greatest moments in history. I think it's like there's the Emancipation Proclamation. I feel like the end of World War II. The 60s, and then of course that moment in the Royal Rumble where it just the world shifted a little bit on its axis in a weird way that day. I hate you, BG. Yeah, are we done here? We're out of here, baby. Stealing the show and Get Vocal every goddamn night. We gave you 25 minutes tonight. We were fucking kind. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas. And happy Hanukkah and happy Kwanzaa and happy holidays. We're all inclusive, no judgment here. I hope whatever holiday you celebrate, fucking you love Satan, cool, fucking that's awesome too. But enjoy December. It's beautiful out there. No, what? No, we can't offend anyone, BG. No one can be at this. You know how many Satanists are just like, he didn't mention their Dark Lord and Savior. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Hot Topic was closed this afternoon. I checked. I was there.
We're out of here.
You say words. Go ahead. I already said we're out of here. You say all the last words.
You were on fire, man. I don't know when to cut you off.
Nah, you can't. You just let me go because it is what it is.
Tommy, it's been a blast discussing TLC with you. Our instant reactions. We do this after every pay-per-view and also after every Monday Night Raw, except for next week. But we will be doing it tomorrow. Very excited.
Yeah, we're going to be off 2 weeks in a row, and I'm so sorry for that. But our family, it's like bunny rabbits. You know what I mean? It's
2 weeks.
You're a fucking asshole. I'll tell you what. But yeah, we're going to be taking a vacation. We're all going to be taking Christmas into New Year's off. I'm going away. BG, I'm sure. I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, but, you know.
Don't worry. Not talking to you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. I'll be getting text messages like, it sounds like chipmunks eating up. It's like, hey, I see you, dude. All right, guys, please support us all the time. Get Vocal. Support us. Patreon.com/Radio. Check us out every single week on, it's going to be Blog Talk Radio for now, but Spreaker soon. We're making big changes. I told you. Organically, I turn into Cactus Jack hands all the time. I said that. I'm like, I got a really good deal on groceries today when I was shopping, and I was like, at the lady, I was like, and I realized, don't do that in public, because that's not like, it's not fucking cool anymore. You can't be like, yeah, I got a good deal at the bank. It's like, oh, I get tackled down by the security guard. Yeah, all right. We live in different times. We truly do. But guys, thank you so much for supporting us. We love you. God bless America. We'll see you back here actually tomorrow in like 24 hours.